Hello, everyone. In behalf of the people who are here waiting for the moment to listen to the speech that I'm going to deliver, I would like to greet each one of you a good and wonderful day. Thank you for having me and giving me the opportunity to speak about the rampant issue, which is the poverty in the Philippines. My name is Kinpol Agustin Balbutin, student of FSUU and a citizen of the Republic of the Philippines. Today I am going to tackle about poverty of the Philippines, on which it is very rampant and increasingly grows higher annually. Poverty in the Philippines is very severe that people and the community suffer a lot. But before I am going to continue the issue of the poverty of the Philippines, I would like to give a brief definition of what is poverty. When we heard about poverty, the first thing that comes to our mind is hunger, homeless, and poor. Poverty is a state or condition in which a person or community lacks a financial resources and essentials for a minimum standard of living. Poverty means that the income level from unemployment is so low that the basic human needs can't be met. Poverty strikes people and families might go without proper housing, clean water, healthy food, and medical attention. Honestly, poverty is a big issue, especially in the Philippines. It is one of the main problems of our government that seeks to address in order to listen and end poverty to its most effort to our government leader, by which the poverty level in the Philippines has only gotten worse since 2016. And there are many reasons for this. The main one is being the rapid growth of the population of the Philippines, on which our resources cannot sufficiently provide the needs of our economy to its community. Since the growth of the population has quickly increased, this has become major problem because there is already insufficient resources to support the population. And by this, it will lead less resources to improve the economy as well reduces job opportunities and causes more and more to fall below the poverty line, by which it creates issue about high unemployment rate and high inflation rate. And suddenly, here comes COVID-19 pandemic that severely causes wide downturn of the economy that affects the lives of an individual Filipino workers, especially those who are in manufacturing company workers that lead up to their job that causes them to struggle a lot in terms of financial money to support their daily basic needs. That shows a negative side in the economy of the Philippines in terms of its economic growth and economic development.
Unemployment rate. Issue of poverty. As can result a derivative to poverty, and the government has to take care of these people. Hence, welfare spending would also increase at the same time. In these cases, where unemployment is very high, there would be a budget deficit due to the combination of the two: loss of tax revenue and increased welfare spending. This is a result of the government having a limited budget and the job market, thus exacerbating the impact of COVID-19 on poverty in the Philippines. Unemployment rate have around 5% but it has now worse due to the lockdowns measure. In this short time, inflation trends worse inequality or poverty because it hits income and savings harder for the poorer of the middle income household than for the wealthy household. Households that have recently escaped poverty could be pushed back into the by raising inflation. Poor, poorer households may actually experience higher rates inflation than wealthy households. During this pandemic, there are lockdowns happen due to the virus have created a significant downturn in the job market, thus exacerbating an impact of the COVID-19 on poverty in the Philippines. At the beginning of the pandemic, the Philippines unemployment rate have around 5% but is now worse due to the lockdowns measured. Moreover, it's a figure that could rise at lockdown measured continue leading to increased level poverty and hunger. Government should not cut concerns when so many lives and livelihoods are the rest. As I mentioned, these issues are circulating and our society need to address at assist in order for a uplift from poverty and especially in the employment and inflation issue. With this, I humbly present my possible solution for this which are recommendations that might help in addressing the issue. Firstly, the importance of having government assistance is important especially in providing jobs to the individuals in this to upfill us from the employment issue. Despite the impact of the COVID-19 of poverty from employment issue in the Philippines, the country's infrastructure projects may have provide employment in its citizens through the implementation of the Build program. As my experience, since COVID-19 has created a variety times of us, but a major of our lives has been significant change as education, without distance taking some of everyone. During this pandemic, it's been almost a year since pandemic has created appreciable times for all of us, but a major of area life has been seeing significant change as education. I've been lucky enough to be trebly affected by pandemic. Sure, I'm missing my friends and family, and the quarantine has put a pause on some activities I'd like to do, but my family and I are healthy. My parents have not lost their jobs and school is continuing. The pandemic has affected many things in my life, every different education wise. I have taken an advanced pacing plan with my work because being fully remote, students has to become more productive and independent to make a own schedule plan.
Good day, sir, ma'am. Such an honor to meet and grateful to have a conversation with you. And thank you for letting me express my thought about these issues. And I think we should let our guard down slowly but surely and let small businesses start. So therefore our unemployment rate will slowly decrease. And because of the pandemic, we focus on our health. Many businesses, especially the small one, prohibit to open, such as bar that contains many people and other restaurants, also the public and private schools. And we strictly to room outside because of the virus that we faced that year 2019 to 2021 that causes a high unemployment rate and inflation. But now it seems fine because some local businesses, for example, in Butuan City, the small businesses there are starting to open, such as bar and other restaurants. They also allowed limited classes and they're not that strict anymore compared to previous year. They also allowed to enter children in malls with of course wearing the face mask and bring their vaccination card. And I think, sir, ma'am, we should take this seriously to prevent a high rate of virus patient and take protocols seriously. And that is my recommendation.